Hi guys. Um, so I don't know how many of Mrs. Muscarella's or Mrs. Class's class are tuning in to watch, but this one's kind of just for our class because we were reading this book at school. Judy Moody was in a mood, not a good mood, a bad mood. And I was thinking, man, I really want to finish it. It's only got a couple chapters left. So I'm thinking I'll just read it all right now. You don't have to read the rest of it right now. We don't have to watch the whole video right now, but if you were curious of how it ended, I wanted to end it for us, okay? So we left off, Judy Moody's class is responsible for making a me collage. So it's like a poster of all of the things that represent them, right? And they had just gone to the store and they had found a hand, right? A person's hand, but it was a fake hand, obviously. And Frank almost screamed, and Judy thought it was so cool. And we left off where Judy was working on her me collage, but she was not in the funniest thing ever mood, right? Because remember, the teacher gave them a list of things they could include on their collage, and one of the things was the funniest thing that's ever happened to you, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to start off right here, and we'll see how it goes. Okay? All right, I'll show you the pictures as they come up. When they got to Rocky's house, Judy tried to work on her me collage, but she was not in a funniest thing ever kind of mood. All the funny stuff that had ever happened to her seemed to have gotten up and left. All the funny things that have ever happened to her marched right out of her brain like a line of ants from a picnic. Rocky showed Judy and Frank his finished collage. Here's Thomas Jefferson in the window of my house for the Where I Live part of my collage. I cut him out of play money. That's good, said Frank, for Jefferson Street. The piece of cloth is part of my sling from when I broke my arm. The worst thing ever. And here's a toilet paper roll for the TP Club, a secret club I'm in, Rocky said, glancing at Judy. What kind of club has toilet paper? Asked Frank. If I tell you, it won't be a secret. We know what TP Club really stands for, don't we? Who's this? Frank asked Rocky, pointing to a lizard. Houdini, my favorite pet. And who's that guy walking through a brick wall? Frank asked. That's my favorite part. My mom made a copy of a picture of the real Harry Houdini from a library book. Judy touched a clump of garlic. Are you trying to scare away vampires or something? That's from one time when I ate this whole thing of garlic by mistake. The funniest thing ever part of my collage was that I stunk like a skunk for a week. And so here he is explaining all the different parts of his me collage. Like Jaws when it ate that hamburger, said Frank. Like Stink when he takes his smelly shoes off, said Judy. Is this you? Frank asked. That's me in my magician's hat, making a fishbowl disappear. Too bad you can't make Stink disappear, said Judy. Too bad, I'm done, said Rocky. It would have been really funny to put the rubber hand on my me collage. That's when it happened. An idea. The funniest of all funnies. It orbited Judy's head. Orbited means it kept going around and around this idea. And landed like a spaceship. Doo, like all good ideas do. Rocky, you're a genius. Let's go to my house, Judy said. And bring the hand. Remember, this is like a little fake hand, right? I don't know if it's little, but it's fake. You are not a genius, said Rocky. Nobody's home at your house. We could get in all kinds of trouble. Exactly, said Judy. Come on, there's a key hidden in the gutter pipe. Did you forget something? Asked Frank. Yes, said Judy. I forgot to play a trick on Stink. Once inside, Judy raced around her house looking for the perfect spot to leave the hand, a place where Stink would be sure to find it right away. The couch? Toadie's aquarium? The refrigerator? Under his pillow? The bathroom? The bathroom. So here she is, going around saying, let me make sure I'm showing you the right spot. Where? Here? Or here? Maybe here? How about here? I've got it. So there she is doing thinking of all of her different spots. And then look on this bottom one. Where does she end up deciding to put it? Uh-oh. In the downstairs bathroom, Judy lifted up the toilet seat just a crack and perched the hand there, its fingernails hanging over the edge. So she put it so just its little fingers are hanging out of the toilet. It looks real, said Rocky. This will scare the president right out of him, Judy said. For sure. Remember, he went to meet the president, and Judy's really upset about it? Back at Rocky's, Judy, Frank, and Rocky knelt on Rocky's bed, looking out the window. Every time a car zoomed by on Jefferson Street, they yelled, "It's them!" Finally, Judy saw a blue van. For real. "Run," she yelled. "They're pulling in the driveway." Stink was so excited telling Judy, Rocky, and Frank all about the president's house that Hawaii and Alaska fell off of his hat. Remember he made that silly hat? Why doesn't he just go to the bathroom already? Thought Judy. So here's Frank in his visit the president outfit. I mean, not Frank. I'm sorry, Stink. There's a movie theater, I swear, inside the president's house, and a room with a secret door. No lie. Even a clock that tells you when it's time to take a bath, said Stink. Rare, said Judy. You need one of those. Go into the bathroom, Stink, she wished silently. As if he had heard, Stink stopped his story, balancing his hat on his head. He walked into the bathroom and shut the door behind him. The lock clicked. Mom and Dad asked Judy about the Mr. Tooth assembly, but her ears were tuning in on the bathroom. Ah! Screamed Stink. He burst out of the bathroom, hat crashing to the floor, stars flying. Hey, Dad, Mom, there's somebody in the toilet. Judy Moody, Rocky, and Frank Pearl fell on the floor laughing. Wait until you see how real it does look. Do you see it in there? And there goes Stink. I think this is the last chapter. The me collage. Do you think she has something now for her part of the collage that says the funniest thing? I think she does. The me collage. Stink watched Judy finish her collage after school the next day. Almost done, said Judy. It's due tomorrow. Stink pointed. You still have a bald spot right there next to that picture of Jaws. Judy carefully taped a doll hand from her collection over the empty space. Not anymore, she said. That hand? Oh, is it for the trick you played on me? Asked Stink. Yes, it's for the funniest thing ever part, said Judy with a grin. You mean you're going to tell your whole class that I thought there was somebody in our toilet? Stink, I'm making you famous. Couldn't you just change my name or something? Asked Stink. Or something, said Judy. When Judy got up the next morning, it was pouring rain again. Something told her to get ready for a bad mood Friday. Let's put your me collage in a garbage bag so it won't get wet, Dad suggested when she brought it downstairs. Dad, I'm not carrying my me collage in a garbage bag. Why not? Did Van Gogh put his Starry Night painting in a garbage bag? She's gonna point there, said Mom. Garbage bags probably hadn't even been invented yet, said Dad. If Van Gogh had garbage bags, believe me, he would have been smart enough to use them. Honey, why don't you take the bus, and Dad'll bring your collage to school after he takes Stink to the dentist, Mom said. Stink's taking Toady to school today, so Dad has to drop him off anyway. I want to take my collage to school myself. That way I can be sure that nothing happens to it. Now that she's done, she's really excited about her me collage. Kind of cool to think about. Maybe that's something we could do over this break apart. Everyone could make a little poster about themselves, right? Including some things on there. Who knows? It's an idea. What could happen to it? Asked Mom. There could be a tornado, said Stink. And the wind could make you drop it, and it could get run over by the bus. Hardy har har, said Judy. You do have a lot of other stuff to carry, said her dad. Judy had her lunch, her dad's lab coat, so she could dress like a doctor when she gives her presentation, and her talk about how to get better, her doctor kit, and she had plenty of Band-Aids, so she had a lot to carry already. Okay, she said, but don't squish anything, and don't get it wet, and it has to be there by 11 o'clock, and don't let Stink do anything to it. She gave her brother her best troll eyes stare. Remember we practiced that in class? Make some troll eyes. We'll be careful, said Dad. Judy rode the bus with Rocky, who practiced his squirting nickel magic trick on her for the 100th time. Okay, it works, Judy told him, wiping drips from her face. Rocky cracked up. All morning, Judy imagined things happening to her collage. What if it fell into a puddle when her father opened the car door? What if Toady got out of Stink's pocket and peed on the collage? What if a tornado came, like Stink said? 11 o'clock came, and her collage still was not there. No sign of Stink or Dad. Judy could hardly listen to the other kids showing their Me collage posters. She kept her eyes glued to the door of 3T. Judy, would you like to go next? Asked Mr. Todd, startling her. I'd like to go last, said Judy. Frank? I'd like to go last too, said Frank, after Judy. Judy looked at Frank's desk. Where's your Me collage? She asked him. I didn't bring it. I'm not finished. I still don't have a club, Frank whispered. Where's yours? My brother's supposed to bring it, said Judy. She glanced at the door again. There he was. Stink motioned for her to come out in the hallway. Stink looked sick. What's wrong? Judy asked. And there he is. Can you see him peeking? Can you imagine that? I could imagine him just peeking into the door Judy, come here. If I tell you, said Stink, you'll be in the worst mood ever. Where is it? Asked Judy. Did you drop my collage in a puddle? Did Toady pee on it? No, said Stink. Not that. Where is it? She asked again. Dad's in the bathroom. In the boys' bathroom. He's drying it off. Judy ran down to the boys' room, pushed the door open, and went right in. Crumpled paper towels were everywhere. Dad! Judy! Is it ruined? Let me see. Dad held up her collage, and right smack dab in the center was a big purple stain the size of a pancake. Not a silver dollar pancake. A real pancake. A giant, jaggedy, triangle-shaped, grape-colored lake floating in the middle of her Me collage. This is what she came into the bathroom and saw. Look at Dad. He's so nervous. Accidents happen, right? Let's see. What happened? Yelled Judy. I was drinking jungle juice from a box, said Stink, standing behind her in the doorway and trying this thing, with my straw. I'm sorry. Stink, you wrecked it. Dad, how could you let him drink jungle juice in the car? Look, it's not that bad, he said. It almost looks like it's supposed to be there. I'll speak with Mr. Todd. Maybe he'll let you have the weekend and we can fix it. Cover it up somehow. Maybe we can erase it, said Stink, with a giant eraser. Let me see. Judy held up the collage, looking it over. Even with the purple stain, she could still see the rainforest with Dr. Judy Moody in the very middle of it, and none of the Band-Aids had come off. Oh, just never mind, said Judy. Never mind? Asked Dad. It's okay, she said. At least it didn't get run over by a bus or in a tornado. It's okay? Asked Stink. You mean you're not going to, put a rubber foot in my bed or anything, are you? No, said Judy, but she did grin at her brother. But that is a good idea. Look, honey, I know you worked forever on this. We'll make it up to you somehow. I know what to do, Stink. Let me have your black marker. They all went out into the hall, and Stink dug a marker out of his backpack. Judy set the collage on the floor and drew a black outline around the big purple triangle. Are you cuckoo? Asked Stink. That's just going to make it stand out more. That's what I want, said Judy. Then it'll look like it was supposed to be there all the time. I'm proud of you, Judy, said Dad. The way you took an accident like this and turned it into something good. What's it supposed to be? Stink asked. Virginia, she said. The state of Pocahontas and Thomas Jefferson. The place I live. She lives on Jefferson Street. And there she is in the hall solving her problem with Stink. There's one more chapter. Okay. Sorry, this is a little bit of a long video, but you can pause it and come back. I just want to finish our read aloud with you guys. Band-Aids and ice cream. When Judy got back to class, she put on her doctor coat, walked to the front of the room, and held her mi-collage high. She stood tall, as if her brother had not nearly ruined her masterpiece with jungle juice. She tried to look like a person who would grow up to be a doctor and make the world a better place. A person who could turn a bad mood right around. Judy told about herself and her family, including the time that Stink sold moon dust. Remember that chapter? Which explained why her brother was a piece of dirt on her poster. She traced the outline of Virginia with her finger to show where she lived. She talked about Rocky, her best friend, and Frank, her new friend. She pointed to a paste jar lid taped to a corner and told the class that Frank ate paste for a dare once. Is that Jaws? Asked Brad. The thing that eats bugs? Yes, said Judy. Even though I have a cat, Jaws is my favorite pet. When I grow up and become a doctor, I want to move to the rainforest and search for medicines and rare plants that cure ucky diseases. Judy pointed out the pizza table from Mr. Todd and other stuff she collected for hobbies. She told the class that she was a member of the TP Club, but that she couldn't tell them what the TP stands for. Have you told your parents yet what TP stands for? This is a picture my parents took of Stink standing outside the White House in his flag costume, and she explained why this was the worst thing that ever happened to her. Everybody's favorite part of her collage was when she showed the doll hand coming out of a magazine toilet. So Judy told them about how the worst thing ever turned into the funniest thing ever. Are you ready? I'll try to hold this one up. So here is her mi-collage. And you can pause your video if you want to take a closer look, because most of the stuff on here actually happened right in this book, right? The TP Club. Let's see what else. Her mom and dad. There's the toilet. It's a magazine toilet, and she taped one of her doll hands onto it. It's a really good poster. Any questions? She asked the class. Who's the old lady? Asked Frank. Judy explained about Elizabeth Blackwell, the first woman doctor, and then gave a demonstration on her doctor skills. She put Rocky's arm in a sling and wrapped bandages around Frank's knee. She pulled out her pretend blood and used headache and beta to show how to apply band-aids. That's it. Me, Judy Moody. Great job, Judy, said Mr. Todd. Class, any comments? I like how you painted Virginia in the middle of your collage to show where you live, said Jessica Finch, instead of just using a boring old picture of your house. Those tattoo band-aids are the coolest, said Dylan. I have a blister. Can I have one? I have a hangnail. I have a paper cut. I have a mosquito bite, yelled children in her class. Before Judy knew it, everybody in the whole class was wearing tattoo band-aids supplied by her. Judy Moody, you're a mover and a shaker, said Mr. Todd. I am? Asked Judy. What's that mean? Mr. Todd laughed. Let's just say it means you have imagination. What had almost become a bad mood Friday had turned into one very fine day, and it wasn't over yet. When she walked out to get the bus that afternoon, Mom and Dad were waiting to take Judy and Stink for ice cream at Screaming Mimi's. I'm getting that blue ice cream, rainforest mist, like you guys always do. Stink jumped up and down, holding his pocket with the toad. Did your teacher like Toady? Judy asked. Yes, but she was almost in the Toad P Club. Blah, 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 said Stink. Judy cracked up. Mom, Dad, can I ask Rocky and Frank to come too? That's a great idea, Mom said. Outside Screaming Mimi's, Judy licked her rainforest mist scoop on top of chocolate mud, her favorite. She was in the best Judy Moody mood ever. Stink took Toady out of his pocket and set him on the picnic table. Toady hopped toward a blue drip from Rocky's ice cream cone. Toady likes rainforest mist, said Rocky. Hey, Frank, Judy asked, when are you going to finish your me collage? Mr. Todd said I could bring it in on Monday and present it then. You're not done yet? Asked Rocky. I still don't have anything for clubs. The dictionary says a club is 3 or more people. Judy looked at Rocky. Rocky looked at Stink. Stink looked back at Judy. All 3 of them looked at Frank. If you pick up Toady right now, you can be in a club, said Judy. Really? Asked Frank. Really and truly, said Judy and Rocky at the same time. Frank crinkled his nose. I don't get it. Rocky laughed. Oh, you will. Frank scooped up Toady with one hand. Use both hands, said Judy. Like this, said Rocky, cupping his hands together. Just hold him a minute, said Stink. I still don't get it. Oh, you'll get it, said Judy, Rocky, and Stink almost at the same time. A second later, Frank felt something warm and wet in his hand. He crossed his eyes, and then they all fell down laughing. That's it, it's over. So I love this book. I'm glad we had a chance to finish this. This was a long video. I hope you took some breaks in between, but hope you like it. Okay, bye guys.